Yo, what is up guys? Griefdrums checking in with a very quick video just to drop some information that Ubisoft has now released the trailer for MIRA. It is confirmed that MIRA the Defender is going to be the Velvet Shell DLC operator. Now before we get into the bare bones of this, as you may or may not know, I hit 10,000 subs the other day and I am so stoked to be there. I set that goal for myself a good 8 months ago thinking I was never going to make it. So to actually be there is incredible and I cannot thank you enough. As a result, I have put it to the stream that I was doing the other night and said, you know, I want to do a special video as sort of a thank you and sort of a benchmark for reaching this goal. And I put it to them of what would you like to see? Now, it was fairly unanimous that people wanted a bit of a Q&A, seeing as, you know, I'm just some random YouTuber that people watch the videos of, but no one really knows. So I'm going to be doing a Q&A in the next few weeks. If you've got any questions at all that you want to ask me, chuck them down in the comments below. Alternatively, you can hit me up on Twitter or my Facebook page, and I will try and answer as many as I can. Without any further ado, let's get on to the MIRA teaser. There has been a very little bit of information, and we've obviously got this video that's playing in the background here. It's a very short trailer, so I'm not going to kick the arse out of it because realistically, there's not a whole lot to discuss here. You can't really glean exactly what is going on, so there is still a lot of speculation surrounding this. Obviously, as with Jackal, there's a fair bit of speculation surrounding that and exactly how his gadget works. But you can see exactly what it does. With Mira's, it's a little bit sort of obscure. You can see that she places this large metal object across two reinforced walls and then it proceeds to explode it out. Whether that creates just a normal Hibana size hole that you can look through and shoot through, or whether that is actually reinforced glass, we just don't know at this point. Now I've paused this video, I've analysed it and analysed it to try and see if there's any sort of reflection, to see if there is any bulletproof glass there. It would make sense considering that she helped Tachanka build his bulletproof glass shield on his turret, even though it's not very bulletproof and breaks very easily. And then we're going into conspiracy theories of, if there is glass there, does that break? You know, can it take an indefinite amount of bullets, or does it break after the same amount as Tachanka's shield? We really don't know at this point. There are a few theories dotted about that it could be a one-sided sort of window. So on one side, it would be like a black screen, so you wouldn't be able to see in from the attacker's perspective. But as a defender, you will be able to see out. Now, that could obviously be quite useful in certain situations. You would be able to bandit trick a lot more easily, or place a mute jammer down, or pick up your gadgets because you see Thatcher prime an EMP or something along those lines. But at this point, we don't know how many of these she gets. We don't know exactly what they do. And I'll be completely honest, it's a little bit underwhelming for me. It really is. The same as Echo. Echo's drone was a little bit underwhelming. I don't think it really does a whole lot. And with this gadget, I just think it seems like they're running out of ideas, in all honesty. I don't see the real need for it. If it is just a wide open hole, you are basically the Hibana of the defenders. Why would you want to open a reinforced wall? There's very few situations that you would want to do that. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be more of a hindrance than a help to your team. So I can't really see that being the way that they're going to go forward with this. I'm looking forward to finding out whether this has to go across 2 reinforcements or whether you can use it in the middle of a single reinforcement. Potentially, you know, if you put this at the end of a hallway, the attacker's moving down the hallway, you're going to be able to see them, peek out of cover. That could be quite beneficial. I'm also interested as to whether you can change the height of it and, you know, adjust the height of this thing. But on the whole, this doesn't bring a whole lot to the party on certain maps. It's not going to be changing the meta completely. I think it's going to adjust it slightly, certainly for the pro leagues, because they're going to be able to see exactly what's going on the outside of certain walls. But you try using this on the garage in-house, I don't see how that's going to benefit you. Certainly no more than a well-placed Valkyrie camera would. We do get a little bit of information about her guns. We do see that she's getting a Vector, which we found out yesterday through a leaked image, which is obviously the main image that we're getting now on the Velvet Shell page on the Ubisoft website. But we also get to see the other weapons that she's got in her loadout. The other primary weapon available to her is an ITA 12L. So that's going to be a primary weapon. Now, I don't know what the hell this is. You may remember that Jackal's release, his secondary weapon was an ITA 12S. Well, Mira's also got this. Now, whether this is a shotgun or not, I really don't know. It's quite obviously a long and short variant of it. So the fact that she can take both of these is interesting. Certainly if it's a shotgun, maybe a sawn-off shotgun, something along those lines. And her other secondary weapon, same as Jackal, is a USP .40. Now, in amongst all the spiel about MIRA, there is some interesting information to be gleaned from that. It talks about how they are experts at providing protection for diplomatic personnel. So that leads towards this gadget being bulletproof. Obviously, diplomatic vehicles have bulletproof glass all in the vehicles, in the cars themselves. So, you know, that could be pointing towards it. It goes on to say that there is particular tension between her and some Rainbow Six operators. One of them is Eliza Cohen, who she met during Operation Blue Orion, which did not yield the anticipated results. Cohen and Alvarez have been brutal rivals on record ever since. So this to me says that her and Ash don't like each other. Now, that could be suggesting that if this is some sort of bulletproof glass, Ash's gadget might be a counter to it. With the addition of characters like Buck and Hibana, Ash, although her hitbox is phenomenal, her gadget is no longer quite as needed as it once was. So for this to be a direct counter, it could make her that little bit more useful. Please don't misunderstand me though. I know that Ash is incredible on this game. So obviously we're going to be getting more news about this weekend from the 3rd to the 5th at the Rainbow Six Invitational. I'm going to be tuning in. What about you guys? Are you excited to see this operator? Are you looking forward to finding out a little bit more information, some proper information as opposed to a little teaser trailer? I'll be keeping you up to date with all the news as and when I know it. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you like this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button. And until next time guys, stay reckless and relentless.